Okay. Which one is he? He's the senior senator from Texas. Lots of people say the conservatives don't care about migrants at the border. All right, after the demonization in the Trump administration, specifically around people coming over the border being, rapists and thieves. Some, I assume, are good people. To the every once in a while, there's a very convenient migrant caravan bringing looters and thieves into the country to destroy our way of life from the inside out. It's just lots of the stuff. Some people don't want to let this go. Okay, some people, when Joe Biden came in, they were very worried. They were scared. Okay, about the way that we were going to be treating our border. But John Cornyn, all right, has a very specific fear, which is that Joe Biden is going to start treating humans like humans. He posited a question: why do we keep treating people like people? This is unironically what the man asks. So, whoa, chill, Root. Oh my gosh, chill out. He blamed the insurrection on the Capitol on lax scrutiny and called then President Trump's second impeachment awfully vindictive and completely unnecessary and ill-advised, and doesn't believe that there was systemic racism So John Cornyn has a big history of being just a massive piece of shit. And let's go over the couple of tweets that he put out the other day. Bill Clinton ran for re-election on a platform that said, "We cannot tolerate illegal immigrants and we must stop it." Barack Obama once said, "We cannot simply allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked." But then President Biden has instead emphasized humane treatment of immigrants regardless of legal status. Now, Let's think for a second, okay? Let's think real quick. Biden has emphasized humane treatment of immigrants regardless of their legal status. Senator, do you think that humans shouldn't be treated humanely if the legal status is something that you don't disagree with? Do you think that we should just start slaughtering illegal immigrants in the country? Why would you tweet something like this? I'm actually really curious. I think that he honestly does not care. He just doesn't. I feel like this is a massive mask off moment where he's like, we're treating them just like humans. Can you imagine that? Instead of sending ICE in to go beat the shit out of people who may or may not be illegal immigrants, who may have questions about their legal status. Instead of going over these meaningless crimes of people trying to feed their family, we actually treat them with humanity. Oh, the humanity, treating people with humanity. Like, what are you talking about it? What are you talking about? What do you mean? I don't understand how this person actually is sitting here and is like, oh yeah, humans, if their status is wrong, they don't deserve to be treated like people. They just don't care. Nice cut, looking fresh, my guy. Hey, thanks, War Machine. I just got it earlier today. I think it looks pretty good. I like the way this cut looks. I like your cut. I like my cut. G. I forgot. I don't know. I got the haircut and then I fixed my hair after I got home, and I was like, whoa. I actually kind of look a little bit. I look a little bit attractive. You know. I was like, holy shit, dude. I mean, I'd fuck me. Damn. Nice fade. Thank you. We've been working on it, okay? Caught a fade? Oh no. Please no. Please no. But I remember lots of people, okay, when they when all of these laws came down, like the child separation policy and the treatment at the border. Sorry, I really had to yawn. And the treatment at the border that lots of migrants were getting, lots of people were left asking why, you know? What's going on? Why? Why are migrants being treated like this? Why do we do this? Why are they so cruel? Honestly, what's with the cruelty? Like you can be really hard on immigration or whatever and not letting people into the country, but the sheer cruelty that humans were being subjected to for just trying to come into the country was something lots of people did not understand. Right? Because they hate brown people. They do hate brown people. Like the forced hysterectomies, using Google Translate to get women to sign off their like getting their uteruses removed when they don't speak English, and instead of having someone who actually speaks English to read through the documents that they're signing, they just told them to make sure that they sign it, and then told them did English to Spanish reading Google Translate, putting chemicals in the cages that they keep them in indefinitely, leading to like bleeding from their lungs, right? The child separation policy, where hundreds of children were separated almost indefinitely from their parents, never to see them again, and tens of children died per year in captivity at the border. People were wondering, what's with all this cruelty? And they think that it wasn't supposed to be that way. That's not true. The cruelty is the point. They hate these people. The cruelty is the point. When they were devising these sorts of policies, they wanted them to be as harsh and as cruel and as inhumane as possible without literally turning them into actual death camps. They wanted to get as close to death camps as possible without leading to a literal freaking Dallas Birkenau 2. They didn't want it to be that, because then they'd have to deal with the whole Supreme Court thing and the UN coming in, and that is like a big problem. So instead of that, they just tiptoe as close as possible, allowing things like gang rape in ICE facilities, and letting that just go by. And instead of getting those people accurate representation in our legal system, they deport them before they can say anything. Deporting children alone, unaccompanied, in the middle of night, so we can't get a head count on what they're doing or where they're going. The cruelty is the point. The death is the point. The torture and the inhumanity is the point, because they think they don't deserve it. You try and get to the country, that is a fate. You better be prepared for a fate, maybe even worse than death if you get caught. That's what they want. That's what they like. Okay, and Cornyn is taken aback. He's shocked at a president even taking a verbal departure, even if Biden didn't even make any substantive movements away from that sort of thinking when it comes to the actual implementation of our border policy. Him just coming out and saying we're going to start treating people humanely is something that is so different from how we treat migrants in this country that Cornyn is actually taken aback. He's shocked. What? We won't torture them at the border anymore? Really? He doesn't know what to do with himself. And he hates it. These people couldn't care less if people are suffering and dying, because it's not them and they deserve it. Hey, maybe if you didn't want to get your uterus removed against your will, maybe you shouldn't have come into the country. How about you fix your own country, dipshit? The country that we helped destabilize, the country that we helped destroy. They don't care. They're monsters. And I don't want to say they're just like plain evil, right? But honestly, in this world, they're about as plain evil as you can get. People who actively see suffering happening of other human beings and look and go, man, sucks that you put yourself into that situation. They're getting caught in the trap that we made and watching them suffer and die, and they're perfectly fine with it. They're happy with it. They couldn't. They want more of it, and even talking about making that better for treating people humanely is something that shocks him. They're bad people. And we need to change our immigration policy to reflect values that at the very least our Constitution upholds. Values that, values the value. Nice one. We need to start valuing humanity at the border. These people are coming up from war-torn countries that we helped destabilize in Central and South America. Looking for a better world, looking to just feed their family. That's basically it. When undocumented immigrants come over the border, they have a lower crime rate than natural born citizens. You know why? Because they're not here to commit crime. They're here to make their lives better. And these people couldn't can't even handle that. The facts, they don't care about the facts. They could be doing whatever. They want to see them suffer and die because you break the rules. You come into our country, they think they're like these filthy brown people crawling up from the border. Tucker Carlson said it himself. They make the country what did he say? Dirtier, dumber, and more divided. He said it himself. He knows exactly what he thinks that they're doing. It doesn't matter how many role model immigrants you show them. It doesn't matter. They want them to suffer because they don't like them. It doesn't matter. Their humanity isn't worth it. They're barely human. Sometimes, honestly, I think that they think they're below human. But thankfully, at the very least, Biden's trying to make a change. Now, is Joe Biden like the savior of immigration policy? Absolutely not. He's not doing a great job at the border. I think personally, he needs to do a lot more. And there's still kids being held in undefensible positions at the border. That's still true. But conservatives coming out and saying, "I can't believe they're treating people with humanity," shows that at the very least we're moving in the right direction.